breaking news, it's official. The Cardinals have informed Kyler Murray they are releasing him. What does this mean for Arizona? How does the money play into this for this year's free agency? And the Kyler Murray era has come to an end in Arizona. Welcome into Cardinals Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Joey O'Donoghue. I promise we're going to dive into everything that this means for your football team here on today's show. But this is why you hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever the Cardinals make a move, especially if it's as big as this one, we'll make a video ASAP. But we do it for every move. That's the difference, okay? So make sure you subscribe if you're a diehard Cardinals fan. If you love this football team and have been rooting for them, hit the sub button for free, and let's dive into the video. The official report from Adam Schefter came out that the Cardinals informed QB Kyler Murray they intend to release him on the first day of the league year, which is next Wednesday, folks, barring a trade between now and then. Arizona already owes him $36.8 million guaranteed in 2026, and another $19.5 million would have triggered on March 15th for 2027. He will now be moving on. I think that's very key right there, though. There's still, barring a trade, right? There's someone could come out of nowhere, like the Jets, and give you a late-round pick for Kyler, but it seems unlikely now, especially now that the word's out, the Cardinals are going to release Murray if they don't get a trade partners. And so teams are like, okay, well, someone could sign him for a vet minimum now in free agency, and he'll be moving on. They had to make this decision by March 15th. They have made it now that they are cutting him. And Kyler put out a post on his social media that honestly might pull at your heartstrings if you have been a diehard Cardinals fan for a little bit here. He said, to everyone that supported me and showed kindness to my family and I during my time in AZ, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I wanted nothing more than to be the one to end the 77-year drought for this organization. I am sorry I failed us. I wish this community and my brothers nothing but the best. I'm no stranger to adversity. I'm prepared for whatever's next. I trust in God and my work ethic. I truly believe my best ball is in front of me, and I look forward to proving it. Godspeed. Man, it is unbelievable that the Kyler Murray K1 era is officially over in Arizona. Lots of emotions, I'm sure you'd be feeling right now. I'd be feeling emotional, certainly, as a Cardinals fan. We'll talk about the money first and then the quarterback situation for Arizona. Because they are doing this, start of the league year, they're just going to take the dead cap hit right away. We have no word that this will be a post-June 1, so basically it's $54.71 million of a dead cap hit, and you lose $2 million in cap savings. Basically, it's going to affect Arizona in terms of they're going to have to pay this off. It will leak into their salary, but you know contracts are very finicky. They can push this off years in front of them, but it is a massive dead cap hit now that's, harms your spending a little bit each year, or maybe they just eat the whole thing immediately and clear up the books for next year. Albert Breer has an interesting point, though. Kyler Murray's $36.8 million guaranteed means he'll almost certainly play on the minimum next year, and Arizona's going to foot the rest of the bill. So it allows him to make his next move purely on what's best for him football-wise. Basically, you're paying Kyler Murray his entire salary next year to go play for somebody else. Kind of pissed me off, honestly. I would feel very emotional right now. I would have a lot of different emotions about this if I was a Cardinals fan. I mean, you're literally paying him to go to another team and watch. He's going to play well. Watch. He's going to ball out, and you're paying him nearly $37 million to do that for someone else's organization. Frustrates me that this is how things spiraled, that this is how things ended up. A lot of people blame Monti Ossenfort for it because, well, it got too public that they didn't want Kyler to be the quarterback, and Kyler doesn't want to be in Arizona all of a sudden. He wanted to be released, and now he gets his wish. And, of course, the Cardinals are stuck here now in another hole for your new head coach to figure out his quarterback. Mike Lafleur going to have to do some searching. But the whole reason this happens, the whole reason it comes down to it, is because Arizona's done with Kyler, all right? They don't want him on the roster. If you can't get a trade, it's not we're going to keep Kyler. They are officially done with Kyler Murray, so much so that they're literally going to take on the dead cap hit to get him off the roster and not have to keep paying him. And I think it's a shame. Like, Kyler Murray has showed flashes in his tenure as a starting quarterback. He's made some heck of a plays. Like, I just think about some of the film him spinning around in the pocket, outside of the pocket, making throws to the end zone. There were some good numbers here, even his rookie year that's not listed, but there were some signs of being a good quarterback, and that's why he's going to have some immediate suitors when he hits the free agent market. Like, he's not a bad quarterback. This isn't about, hey, Kyler Murray, you're sucked, that's why we're cutting you. No, you can't take that at face value. This is about the Cardinals don't think he's the quarterback of the future. They want to move on and draft another quarterback in 2027 probably. They might get Ty Simpson this year in 26 too. Who knows? But they're done with Kyler. He's coming off an injury now. They're basically saying we're going to move on here. And if he was still on the roster, they would have to pay him another $20 million guaranteed. They didn't want to keep paying him money because they're done with him and actually frustrated with him, according to multiple reports. And so that's why you get this situation that is boiled down to this, which is that Arizona's paying Kyler $36.8 million next year to play for somebody else on a vet minimum. It sucks, but it had to be done. They had to cut him because they didn't want to keep paying him. And like I said, and Josh Weinfuss, the ESPN Cardinals reporter, says that getting released was Kyler's preferred outcome. The source told him, and he could control where he goes. The source told him Murray has 2 preferred destinations. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I think he is a Minnesota Viking. I think that is his preferred destination, one of the two. I think they want him really badly for $1.3 million. That's it. That's all it's going to cost. He's going to look around with other teams. I wouldn't be surprised if, because of how cheap he will be, the Browns will take a look at him. Even the Dolphins. A lot of teams are going to meet with Kyler, but his choice, I think, will be the Minnesota Vikings. I bet the Jets will be interested. Maybe Kyler wants to play in big market New York or some warm weather Miami. He'll have his choice now, and it's great for him, but not really for the Cardinals right now. They got some stuff to figure out. By the way, let's get your reaction. If you had to give me one word to describe your feelings, how you reacted to Kyler Murray being told he's getting released, comment that word in the comment section down below, your one-word reaction to the Kyler Murray release news. Let me know in the comment section. Very curious where you guys are at here. But remember, a trade is still possible, okay? They've told Kyler, hey, man, you're getting cut if we don't have a trade partner for you. So someone could come out of nowhere. It's very unlikely at this point, but you could get a bad team like the Browns, like the Jets, who say, well, Kyler's not going to go to us in free agency, so we'll just give you a 6th-round pick so that he comes here. But that team also has to take on the contract, and that's why it's so unlikely. It is such a fat, complicated contract. The Browns definitely can't take that on. The Dolphins definitely can't take that on. The Vikings got to create a ton of cap if they're going to trade for him, and they think they can sign Kyler. That's why you're seeing it so unlikely. It all comes down to the New York Jets basically being able to pay you late, which, again, doesn't seem likely, but it's possible. It is possible. So what will Arizona do without Kyler Murray now that this is over? Well, Malik Willis is a name that has been linked to the Cardinals by several different reports. Can the Cardinals muster up the cap to do it? Well, they have a lot right now, but we'll see how the Kyler Murray release affects it. But I could see them going out, making that swing on Malik Willis, probably the best option available in free agency right now, which shows you how bad the free agent class of quarterbacks is, but also testament to Malik Willis when he got in there last year. The Cardinals have been linked to Jimmy Garoppolo as well, who apparently is Mike Lafleur's guy, according to a source. He would be a very cheap veteran option to start a couple games in Arizona. You could obviously just run it back with Jacoby Brissett, who basically took over for Kyler last year. Kyler essentially benched for Jacoby Brissett, and so perhaps Brissett is the next option to start for the Cardinals and replace Kyler. After Brissett, there's been some rumors for Aaron Rodgers to come on over to Arizona. I'm not kidding. He loves Nathaniel Hackett. If he wants to come back and play this year and go with his boy, you see the style of quarterbacks we're getting to here. I'm talking about Jimmy G and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, this is old, not very mobile quarterbacks, completely different from Kyler Murray. It's up to Mike Lafleur what he wants to do here. But finally, we'll talk about a draft option that is Ty Simpson, who ESPN thinks the Cardinals will be in on drafting. Might have to move up into the first to get him right now, or you can sit in the second and he'll fall. But it's not great. These are the Kyler replacements. If you're just not thinking financially, some of you are probably out there saying, why the heck are we getting rid of Kyler? What are we doing? This is the solution. I get it. I hear you. But like I said, this is about money. This is about how the Cardinals are publicly done with Kyler and don't want him to be the quarterback going forward. So they don't want to keep paying him, and he's going to be guaranteed a lot more money if he's still on the roster. So they're really just trying to get him off the roster. Your franchise quarterback's not here in 2026 in the offseason. Other options include Tua, who's probably going to get released, Drew Aller, Nussmeier late in the NFL draft. Quarterback class isn't amazing. Guys, I don't know what to tell you except that there's not many good options here. I'm listing the best options to replace Kyler. There's not a lot of good ones. Honestly, none of them are perhaps even better than Kyler. Maybe Malik Willis is, but that's a swing, right? And so Arizona needs a quarterback that could potentially show them something here in 26. If not, you get your quarterback the year after, and you focus on building the O-line this season and getting a rhythm going with Mike Lafleur and that new coaching staff. So I want your opinion. Who do you think the Cardinals should start in 2026 at quarterback now instead of Kyler? Let me know in the comment section down below who the QB should be for Arizona. Get a name in the comment section, and make sure you subscribe for more Cardinals content. I appreciate you all, man. This is crazy. This news officially dropping, and the era of Kyler Murray in Arizona is over. The former #1 overall pick. Appreciate you all watching Cardinals Today. Hit that subscribe button. I'll have more videos coming out tomorrow this week.